in the Start Zone and handbook. So basically, go through it, anything in the first two units.
So no silver and gold.
No silver and gold. And no comic, there's nothing in the comic or story that does that. Trek material, there's 20 questions that are mixed, multiple choice and speed. Then you get a short break and 20 more questions, and it's the material covered is Trek 2, His Love, and it's all materials in units 1 and 2, and then the Trek check. Journey, you can see that there's 25 questions, mixed, multiple choice and speed, the short break, and then 25 more, and then Witnesses, and it's all material in units 1 through 5, and the Faith Foundations. At this point, the other thing is the Bible versions being used. Is there anybody here doing King James? Does anybody do that anymore? Okay.
Potentially. I think our journey team might have them. I'm doing Trek, so I don't know for certain.
Okay, just, yeah, if you would just let us know when that happens, because we need to know what happens is the judges, when there's verse recitation in particular, the judges need to have each version so that if a kid starts to recite, that is. And it's fine. Trek and Journey, do you make them, Pauline, declare which version they're doing? Yeah.
And the teams can be mixed, it's just so
Right.
that when recitation happens, we can follow.
We have all the options.
And we do the same for TNT. We've got, I know one girl from our church that, hey, I know this version, I know this in a different version, and I'm like, and she knew in the NIV. I said, that's fine, if that's the version, you know, I'm not making you.
As long as it's the
NIV
NIV
1984. And I did clarify it with her, and I'm pretty certain it would be, so.
Oh, Holman.
So, we're not gonna fault a kid if they declare ESV and they start quoting with King James, as long as it is word perfect. That's what it, that's where we go. Does anybody have questions at this point? Because we've just thrown a lot of information at you. Is there anything, divisions or how we're separating it out, if that confuses anybody?
There's
Yeah.
a rule book on the website that for Bible quiz, ton of information on that.
I don't know if this gets covered later.
Okay.
But as far as materials covered, especially for Trek, I remember in previous years, it's, you'll go to that, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next, so,
Just admin.
yes, right now it's kind of registration and this is what makes a team. But if anybody comes up with a question later, you think of it after the fact, do not hesitate to email me, call me, or text me. Okay, because the sooner even if I don't have the answer, I can find the answer for you, and the sooner that is resolved, the easier that Saturday goes. Okay, that day will go smoothly if we all have our ducks in a row and everybody gets with the program. We will be good. So Pauline is going to come up and talk a little bit about specifically what is covered in the quizzes.